Hi Aquarius, how is everybody doing? We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing a lot of things that are connected with stability. This can be something that you're working towards. It can be something that you're feeling. It can be something that you're close to. We're starting off with the Page of Wands. I love the Page of Wands because it speaks about like new inspiration that you can be feeling, or even a renewed sense of inspiration. It's you finding something has crossed your path that you're genuinely interested in pursuing. For some of you, this is a work thing, or it's about a new role that you're going to be playing. I'm seeing this is actually going to move very, very quickly. This is like, I found the thing, I like the thing, I want to explore the thing, and now everything is happening very fast. So maybe it was about getting to this point, you know, kind of when you're tossing around, like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? What's really inspiring me? What's really motivating me? It seems like you have found one of your things. One, because we have lots of different things at different stages and phases that we're going to be into. So I don't want this to be like an all or nothing moment. But for right now, you have found something that's very significant to you, that is genuinely interesting to you. It's genuinely calling to you. It's something that you can get completely on board with, and that's a great feeling to have, that I can be like totally consumed and involved and present with this. And it seems like that whole green light of a moment allows this to actually move very quickly. This means too that if you had been feeling stuck, you're not going to be feeling stuck anymore, which is a brilliant thing to see as well. You may still be dealing with something on the emotional end, because we can have multiple things going on, right? You can feel sad about one thing, excited about another thing, or disappointed about one thing and looking forward to another thing. I'm seeing this activity really help you ground and center your energy. Like, this is something that you may really get lost in the flow state of. Yeah, whatever this activity is, it empowers the King of Cups within you. So it allows you to feel present and grounded and feeling things out. You may feel calm, you may feel peaceful when you're doing this. So this is a new route that you're finding towards a place within you that you enjoy being, you enjoy feeling. This may be opening you up to your emotions as well, if that was something that you were feeling blocked from. It's going to do a different thing for each of us. It's just going to depend on what the King of Cups looks like for you and what is needed in this moment, as far as what your energy is calling you to sort of like embrace. Okay. I'm also seeing you figuring out plans as far as future related things. There may be more on your plate as time goes on. I'm seeing you also try to sort of remain, I'm hearing intact. I see that as being like a bit of a play on words. There's something that you're figuring out about your future, and I'm seeing you be very level-headed going into this. So there can be plans that you are making about what's going to happen, maybe not just today in this moment, but sort of, I'm not seeing this be super long-term. I'm seeing it sort of be somewhere in the middle, because I see the Emperor as being more so like your year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10-year like plan of whatever it is that you're trying to do or aiming for, whatever, what you're trying to build, your legacy. With the Three of Wands, I see that as being It's not so much a temporary space because it's more than just the Two of Wands, because Two of Wands is more like an immediate plan. For some of you, you may be getting into tarot actually. Two of Wands can be more of like an immediate plan. Three of Wands is like a little bit further down the road. Where am I trying to go? And what is progress going to look like to me when I get to that point? And so this can be stuff that's like a few months out, or for some of you like a few years out. But I'm not seeing it go much further than that. And not that it needs to or anything. This is just where I'm seeing it be like a bit of a relative process here. So whatever it is that you deem as being your future, because for some of you, you can be like, my future is planning what I'm going to be eating tomorrow. For others of you, it can be like, my future is planning what's going to be happening with me 3 months from now, you know? So again, it's relative, but I'm seeing plans that are being made that are associated with the future, or at least you figuring things out that are connected with the future, and you being in a space where you're like, because of what I have going on right now, I feel like it's brought me to a place where I can meet myself emotionally, where I feel grounded, where I feel level-headed, and I feel like that's really allowing me to maneuver through this maybe unsure process, maybe a bit of an ambiguous process, an unknown process, something maybe unfamiliar. Whatever this new thing is that you're doing, I'm seeing you be like borderline obsessive with it. You know, when you just are entrenched in something like very, very into it, almost like you don't want to go to sleep because you're so excited that you have this thing that you're doing. All right. Now, I'm seeing the Devil and the Four of Wands and somebody coming to talk to you. For some of you, this is, I don't know how exactly this is like roped into and connected with your energy, but I'm seeing this person be in like maybe a bit of a pickle within their relationship. Like they've committed to something that they maybe feel like quite stuck in, that they can't get out of. And I'm seeing them reach out to you. They may be asking for your help. Okay, so it's like this, right? This person may be having a bit of an issue and they're going to need you to reflect something back at them emotionally that they're like struggling to figure out right now, that they feel like you can help with. Because I'm seeing you be in like therapist energy with this person. So it's somebody that would come to you for like advice, and because they feel like you're very gracious and understanding with emotional things. But yeah, what this feels like for the majority of you is somebody that is in a relationship or committed to something that has nothing to do with you, okay? With something else. They're committed to something else over there, but they feel very stuck and like they can't get out of it, and they may feel like there's some sort of like toxic dynamic at play, and they see you as being in a space where King of Cups is like non-attached. Non-attached does not mean apathetic. It doesn't mean I don't care. Non-attached just means that I'm like one with the flow of things. So you can be like, I'm going into this situation and I'm doing it because I love it and I'm okay with whatever the outcome ends up being, you know, like that sort of non-attached. It's like the Eastern association with this, okay? So anyway, this person is seeing you, seeing like your mantra be reflective of the way that you're living your life and like this whole ethos that you have sort of like built around yourself, and again, your life being reflective of that. And so they see you as somebody grounded, somebody that they can talk to, somebody that's going to give them good advice, somebody that holds space emotionally. And this is why this person is coming through to connect with you. As I said before, this person sees you in like therapist vibes. So that's why they're wanting to reach out and connect with you. And it seems like you may actually be helping them figure something out that they're trying to sort out currently. You're going to, whatever it is that they need help with, you're going to successfully help them. I'm seeing you have very, very on point, like I'm seeing you be very, very analytical. It seems like this person is going to need help reflecting on something emotionally going on that they may not like fully be understanding. You know, sometimes there's something that you're processing and you have a conversation with a friend that will like ask really reflective questions that help you then come to your own conclusion, but you sort of needed them as a sounding board. I'm getting that type of dynamic that you have with this person. It may be hard for you to watch them be in this space. And that may be something that feels a bit tumultuous internally for you. You know, when you see somebody that you care about that's struggling or maybe in a tough spot, it can be challenging to allow space for this person to sort of be on their own journey and be going through what it is that they're going through, but also knowing that that's their karma to be taking on. We're meant to be respecting this person's journey, and the most loving thing that you can do is provide the support that you can and not be trying to manipulate them into doing anything, you know? Even if you think that you may know better within a situation, you may just need to hold space unless you don't want to, and then you communicate that with this person. I'm also seeing something about, like, somebody was upset about a rejection that happened. That's, like, all of the detail that I'm getting as far as that. But I'm seeing something that, like, one has sort of moved on from. Hold on. I'm actually getting... One second. I'm getting another energy coming through. Okay. I don't know which side of this you're on, so I'm just going to be speaking from like one person's perspective. And if you feel like you're on the other side, then that one's you, okay? What I'm seeing is that somebody started something. Somebody started something looking like a relationship that they started, but I'm seeing there was something going on within it that was like no bueno from the very beginning, it seems. And so you would have been looking at it like that. This does feel like somebody close to you, or like a friend of yours, or like it's somebody that you had a very... It's like this. I'm seeing what this person is going through. It reminds me of being in a zoo and like you're watching this person like as an observer and their stuff is sort of playing out, or like you're watching like the movie of this person's relationship, okay? And I'm seeing you watch this person and they're like very into this other person that they're connecting with. Okay, we'll call them person A. Person A meets somebody and they're like really, really into it, but immediately like you may have been seeing traits of something that were coming up that you were like, ooh, that looks a little bit radioactive, but like, I love you, my friend, you know, like I'm gonna be here with you and support you, and that's also kind of none of my business, you know? So unless they asked you, you may have not been pointing things out to this person because you're trying to be respectful of their journey and their free will and what they want to go through, you know, and being able to like stand witness to this person and what they're going through from a loving space, like from an unconditional space. Okay, so you see this person and you see them like walking right towards a trap. Like, you know that this person, see, you were having a great time because you were hanging out with person A, like your friend over here, or whoever this person is to you. And you guys are like outside of the Matrix having such a fun time with one another. And something from the Matrix is like a beacon, like calling to this person. And they're like, I think that I'm gonna go over there. And you're like, but I'm having so much fun with you outside of the Matrix. And they're like, yeah, but the Matrix is calling me. But this person may have not realized, because they may have just seen this and not realized that the devil was attached to it. And so with like tears in your eyes, you're like watching your friend like walk back into the Matrix, because, you know, it's just, that's karmically what needed to unfold for them, you know. So you're just over here trying to be in that spot, and it looks like they very, very quickly got tied up with something. This is like they moved immediately into a marriage of sorts energetically. For some of you, it can be for real. Like, somebody met someone and got married, like, immediately to them. But you would have been, like, I think there are some warning signs I'm seeing here. However, you being supportive, or not giving unsolicited advice. Keyword unsolicited, you know? Because you'd keep it real with somebody if they asked you. But, you know, sometimes somebody is not trying to hear what anybody else has to say, and you don't need your ego to be validated, like inserting an opinion, right? So anyway, I'm seeing you just have a very clear, especially because of where you are. You're in a space where you can see what's happening and unfolding, like from a bird's eye view, okay? But this person, because they sort of like traveled back into the Matrix, they may not be seeing this. And so you know what's going on, but this other person, the like veil has come back down for them in a way. This means too that they're like very identified with their ego, with their attachments right now. Because the devil is always, the reason why we get so attached to things that are the devil is because we think that whatever this thing that's outside of ourselves, we think like that's the thing that's going to complete me, because we're not already seeing ourselves as being complete. And so we fall prey to that thing that we think is going to be it, even though it never will be. But it really puts on a good show. Like, it's very convincing, and it's made to be like that, okay? So anyway, this person, like, immediately, like, U-hauls into this situation, right? And I'm seeing you just, like, watching as this thing unfolds, right? And so you have this person coming through, and I'm seeing that they're coming through to talk to you because they're trying to work through a situation that has not led them to where they thought that it was going to lead them. And what it looks like too is that in the future as well, they may turn away from this thing, but it looks like they're not at that point yet. So if you have somebody in your life, I mean, for some of you, this could be somebody that you like wanted to date at some point even. Like, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend. It's just like somebody in your life that you care about, that like you have an interest in them because you are connected with them, and the context for each of you can be very different as to what exactly you're connecting with this person with, like why you're connecting with them. Anyway, what I'm seeing is that if somebody is going to like turn away, but I'm seeing it not be at that point yet. So if you have somebody coming to you and be like, hey, I'm trying to like work through this thing, I'm trying to figure out, I don't understand why I'm feeling this way, it's something that I'm still trying to understand, they're eventually going to get to a place where they're going to sort of break apart from this. But again, I'm not seeing them at that point yet. What the guides are saying here is that you do not need to do anything except hold space for this person and be reflective with them with where they are. This means do not insert your unsolicited opinion into this. Like, if this is somebody that you truly care for and you can show up in the most unconditional way, that's how you're going to want to be for this person. Like, unconditional positive regard. This is somebody that you care for. They're going through something right now. That doesn't mean you have to agree with it. It doesn't mean you don't have your own opinions of it or whatever. However, like, how do you want to be with this person? And you want to ask yourself too, like, before you conversate with them, before you interact with this person, you want to ask yourself, like, what is my intention here? Do I want to allow them to feel or inspire them to feel like love and support and safety? And like, how do I accomplish that with this person? And that doesn't mean that you don't tell them the truth. It just means that your ego doesn't need to insert itself when it is not the time. So this means really reading the room intuitively with this person, which you are absolutely capable of doing, seeing very high emotional intelligence here, and being as supportive as you can with them. A good friend, as we all know you are. Even if you may be other things with this person, okay? Interesting reading. All right, with that being said, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody. Do not be judgy with this person. Or, I mean, you can do whatever it is that you want, but it's going to be very counterproductive because they're looking at you like you are the King of Cups. And so you being in that energy is... You being in that energy is what's being advised. However, you can show up however you want and you can do whatever it is that you want. But your guides are saying if you want this to go as smoothly as possible, this is what you want to embrace within this interaction. So that means too that if you're feeling dysregulated, that you be like, I can't hold space for you right now. Like, let's take a break and I'll like hit you up in an hour, or whatever it is, you know? So this means also knowing your own emotional boundaries as well. And being like an anchor for this person, a grounding rock for this person. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just seeing Capricorn here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.